So I'm starting with the project that we left off on the last video, and you have a link to it on the description. It looks like this. So you don't need to take everything from the very beginning here. But I have changed some things, and added some stuff, and I will go through that also. So this is my SNTP project, and I built that on the skeleton program that we built earlier. And I have made some additions to it, and I have two includes more. This is the terminal utils.h, and that is a small piece of code that I wrote for making the printouts on different colors. And also I included a standard boolean.h, for I have true or false in my logic further down. So if we go for the private defines, we have some project name, and the crucial one here is the SMTP server URL, because we can get the SMTP time from several time servers. And I selected the timegoogle.com, so I suggested that I will have this in as a define instead of bringing it into the code, so we can easily change this one as we wish. And also the time zone offset differs from where you are in the world. I'm in Sweden, so we have UTC plus 2 hours. If we then go to the variables, we have a couple of variables here. I now use a fixed MAC address, and for that I need to have a unique ID, and every STM32 has a 96-bit unique ID, and that is which I'm storing in this variable. And also this is the reason for having the bool up front, and there is the bool button pressed false, and this should be made volatile. And also we have, since we're using a button and we have a bounce on that one, I'm using a small time delay here, which I'm using in the debounce function for the button. I'm using the B1 button, the blue button on the board. And if we go down to the prototypes, private prototypes, we have the put char and the millis. We had that from the prior sessions, and also the random function. But what I have here is the RTC time and date, because we are integrating also the RTC in this project that is inside the STM32. And we also have this callback function for the SMTP. We have one callback, and that is when we are using the blue button on the board. So then we have this interrupt coming here. So when it's a racing edge callback. So when that happens, we take a look on which pin that, and if that is the pin 13, which is the only pin that I'm expecting to have an interrupt on this time. Then we use this now function, or get hell tick to this 200 milliseconds delay. So this is for the debouncing. And then we just set the function button pressed to true. And that is then later on checked in the main file, in the main loop event file. We can then go up to the user main, where we have the whole integration initialization, and here we have this user ID. This is actually a crucial point, because as you can see, I put them in this section of the code prior to me initialize the iCache, because after you initialize the iCache, you're not allowed to poke these areas any longer, because then you will get a hardware fault. So before you initialize the iCache, you need to get the UID out. So here we initialize the GPIO, the Ethernet, the USOT for the printouts. We have the random number generator, we use the iCache, and also now the RTC. Here is nothing new. The only thing that is maybe new is that I now have added this ANSI clear ANSI home, and that is thanks to this terminal utils.h, which I can control the terminal a bit better. I can clear the terminal and put the cursor to the home position. And I can also change the colors in which I'm printing out something that is giving me a bit more readability. And then I also print out the current RTC time, and for that I have a function here, mglog RTC time and date, and we will take a look at that one as well. And then we come down to the while one loop, and there is the mg management poll. That is the normal polling position, for the Mongoose. And here I have, this is totally unnecessarily for the code, and also this static integer for the counter. This is only for printing out the current RTC time at some regular point on the terminal, so we can actually see that RTC is running on the microcontroller. So this is totally unnecessary, and I'm not sure even if it's a suitable place to have in the code, but just for demonstrations. So don't use that part in your code. And here I also have then in the main event loop the button pressed. So I'm checking if the button pressed is set. If it's set, I will print it in green. And I will then also start the SNTP connect session. And when I've done that, then I put the button pressed to false again. But remember, I also have the debouncing on it, so if there is a debouncing, I don't get multiple triggers. So here we have the SNTP callback. So whenever you have a call for this function in the main loop, when the button was pressed, we sent this SNTP connect. Then we will get the callback function, callback, and this is the callback function up here. And there is an event connected to it, what the event is for the callback. And if the first one is this event connect, then we just print out that we have now established connection, and SNTP request is sent, that we would like to have the timestamp for it. The next session is that the SNTP server will send us a time, and then we will get coming to here. Now we will have the time, and we will decode the timestamp, and we will then set the RTC in the STM32, decoding it and setting the time of date, the hours, etc. And we will store it in the RTC. And then we will also log it in the printout, so we can see that it's done. And so we will print out it here then. And that will be done in black. And after that, I call my function mglog RTC time and date, and that is this one. So what we are doing in this function here, we just print out the current time and date that are in the RTC. And that is the one that also is called once regular, once a second or something like that, maybe a bit more. Just to print out what the time is, and we will do that in the blue color, so we will have it in blue in the printout. So now we have gone through the code, and we can try to build the code and see what's happening. And there were no warnings, didn't expect that either, because I have tested it prior, so it's a bit cheating, but we debug it. So we download the code and we start the debugger, and we take in the terminal and we reset the board. So now we can see we have the RTC starting with all zeros. There is nothing in the RTC when we started. We can also see that we got IP number and we have a MAC address, and the MAC address is generated from the UID that we have in the board. And we can also see the RTC timer here is from the STM32. It's not set yet because it doesn't know what the time is. But if I now press the blue button, we will see that there is something happening, and I will see if I can stop the code here. Like so. And what we can see now is that the blue button B1 is pressed, and this is just me sending out the information, and we're requesting from the timegoogle.com. However, the internet doesn't understand what timegoogle.com is for something, so we need to have it replaced by their IP number. And for that we use the service DNS. So we use the Google DNS, and that their address is 8888. And this is my IP number, so we send that information to the domain name server, and it requests, it says here that the timegoogle.com is residing on this IP number. Great, so now we have the IP number, and we can then send the information, the request for connecting to the IP number instead. So it says SNTP request sent. So we will get the time back, and that is the black part. That is the reason for me color coding it. So the black parts come from Mongoose. So it says that the time is this, but you can still see that the RTC time is not affected yet. But then we log the time, and we set the time in our RTC to the same as the SNTP. So now we can see that we have set the RTC to the same time as the SNTP. And then we close the connection. And what we can see here also is that we had 31, and then we have 33 and 36. And remember, I don't call this function to print out each second. I'm just doing it with some uncertain delay, so it can vary. But here we can see that now we have set the RTC time. Hope you liked the video, and if you have come to this far in the video, please give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot for this channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider to subscribe as well. And please give me some information in the chat below what you would like to see the next video would be about. Preferable about Mongoose or something like that. A dialogue is always good to have. So hope to see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye.